Hi everyone, I hope you've been doing well. My name is Rachel. Welcome to my channel where I talk about cross stitch. Today is, I don't know, it's Tuesday, December something, 2021. And my lighting's gonna not cooperate. But yeah, so thank you to everyone who's coming back and watching another one of my videos. And thank you so much to everyone who is watching one for the first time. It's very much appreciated. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed recently. I'm pretty sure I've seen a few since my last video. That is greatly appreciated. Let's see. Today, I had thoughts and now they're all gone. So, I have hot chocolate today, not coffee. Yeah, it's been a little bit of time, a little longer than I was hoping, but truthfully, November was not a great stitching month for me. There were... Cat is going nuts. I don't know what she's doing. All of a sudden, she decided the charger for my phone annoyed her. Yeah, so November was a weird stitching month. I didn't work on a ton of things, but I think I got pretty good progress in the end on the things I did work on, even though it may have took a really long time because yeah, it was just kind of weird. So this will be my last update video for this year. I am hoping to film a whip parade and get that up before the end of the year, probably like right at the end of the year. So that'll be fun. I don't think I'll be able to come back for another like general update until after the first of the year, which I think is fine at this point. We're like halfway through December, so it's not that long. Yeah, so I hope everyone's November was good. Mine was busy, but pretty good. Don't really have any life updates. We're just still chugging along, same as always. So we're a little boring that way. But Isis, can you please stop? Hey, come here. No, the phone cord is just, she's so mad at it. I have my fireplace, electric fireplace turned on, so I hope you can't really hear. Doesn't distract too badly. But I am off today. I took a couple days off. I finally put up my Christmas tree. But I also wrapped presents, so I feel like it kind of evened out. Yeah, so, yeah, baby's good, and cats are good, so we're just all kind of chilling for the most part. Here's Loki. I don't think you can see him, but so today, I keep getting distracted by the cats, I'm sorry. And the sun. I have some FFOs to show, because I did FFO a couple things yesterday with my mom. I have the projects I've been working on since my last video, and I have a few plans for next year, 2022, to talk about. Plans. For me, plans is always in quotes. So let me just show you the FFOs. I think that's a good place to start, and maybe then I can stop worrying about, you know, dropping them or something. So So this is my first one. This is the, I always forget how you actually, name of it. The, Mythical Medieval Mystery Stitch-Along Mansion. I'm sorry, I totally forgot the name of it. Yeah. Mythical Medieval Mansions. It was a stitch-along. It was designed by Tawny Modernist. Was put on by Lakeside Needlecraft. I got it as a kit, so this is the called for fabric. It's a 28 count even weave called Misty View. It's a printed fabric, specifically designed for this project. I used all the called for DMC, and then I got this frame. It's just like a dark brown black from American Frame. Yeah, and my mom and I framed it yesterday. Pretty good. So it actually was hanging. I took it down. It was hanging in the baby's playroom, Tasha's playroom. So that is where it will live. I will put it back when we're done here. And then the other one that got framed yesterday was, this is beach chairs. It was a kit from Dimensions. Just a white frame, also from American Frame. And this is actually going to be a Christmas present for my mom. She already knows. She's seen it throughout me stitching it and helped me frame it yesterday. So, yeah. It's on the kit provided fabric, which is a 14 count light blue Aida. And I haven't had an FFO in a really long time, so that was kind of exciting to get those done. So, all right, what have I been working on? I just now realized that I actually forgot the picture for this one, but that's okay. So this is Dragon Attack by Artesy. It is stitched on a 18 count white Aida, and this is where it's at. So I've been working down in here. So last time I had worked in all the park threads, and then this time I went back to doing my blocks and parking. I don't know. I think this one, as much as I think this page is turning out really good, I don't know how well the sun is really can see the stairs down. When you're, you know, real close, it's hard to see. And this page doesn't have like a big thing to focus on, like the bridge or the wing of the dragon. So I think that's part of and it's a lot, mostly these dark blues. And I think that's just been slowing me down just a little bit on this one, but I do really like the way it's turning out. And I did I just put last night put the last stitches in that I'm going to for a while to finish up my WIPCO goal for the year. And I really had fun yesterday and the last few days working on it, so that's hopefully a good sign. But that's that. But yeah, so that was completing my WIPCO goal for that, which means I completed all my WIPCO goals. They're all done. Woo! My board is a blackout. Yay. That was exciting too. So I was happy for that. And then I also worked on Chihiro and Haku from the movie Spirited Away. This is Mandarin's Designs. I don't think she's on Etsy anymore. Like I think her shop is closed. I've heard she went somewhere else, but I haven't really looked at where. She has a shop in it now, so I'm not sure. But this was my new year, new start this year. And then I hadn't worked on it since, so I pulled it out. I am stitching this on 32 count Lugana in the color Galeen from Under the Sea Fabrics. And sorry, it was folded completely in a way that didn't help. Let me show it. This is where I got to. My fabric is completely not correct because of the lighting. It's a blue with like some greens modeling. But so I finished the end of Haku's tail and backstitched it. So that was fun. Yeah. So I had a lot of fun working on this. I love the colors that are in his tail. Blends. It's like, I think there's 2 blends and like 4 other colors in just the green part. There's a lot of colors, but it turns out looking great. So, yeah. That was fun. And then I also worked on, I can find, there it is, Frederick the Literate, which is a kit from Dimensions. I'm stitching it on the kit fabric of 14 count black Ada, and this is where it currently is. So I finished, I had gotten all the way over here and had like 2 of the lines in the top border done. So I finished the border. I finished the cat. So I finished the rest of the stitching in the cat and as much back stitching as I could without having the books up here in. I finished this book and back stitched it. And I got just a little bit of a start on that book right there. So fun. I love that cat. I think his face is so cute. So, yeah. And what I'm currently working on is Blue Geisha by Joan Elliott. I got mine as a kit from AC Moore, which is no longer in business, but that's what she will look like. It came with a 14 count white Ada, which I did switch out for, I want to say, I forgot the thing. I think this is a 32 count Lugana in the color Nessie from Picture This Plus, I believe. My tag came off, but I just started working on this after I finished working on Dragon Attack, so I've just been doing the next set of flowers along the top. And it's like a green mottled, light and dark greens, so yeah, I'm gonna work on this some more later. And I'm also, for this one, so it comes with, the kit came with a gold metallic, that I don't love. So I went, and it also came with 2 colors of beads. One is a gold bead, and the other is like a blue. They call it lilac, but it looks more blue to me than lilac, but whatever. But I went and looked at the materials that Blue Geisha actually uses, and it does use a gold Krynic. I don't remember which one. So I actually got Petite Treasure Braid. That is like the conversion for that Krynic. So I'm going to use that instead of the metallic thread. I don't want to use that. And then the beads that's called for are actually pearl beads, pearl colored beads, and then gold beads. So I actually got, I had the pearl beads already from some other projects. So the blue I'm not going to use. They're not, I don't know why they sent blue, but why the blue is in the kit. So I'm going to use the pearl beads instead of the blue, and then I got the called for color of gold beads because I wanted those beads anyway for something else I was kitting up. So you don't need, I don't think she's like has a ton of beads, so I should have extras and enough to do both. So that's everything I've worked on. I hope I'm not going too fast. I'm just sort of trying to not let the sun completely like go away. So I'm not sure which lighting is worse, this or if I had no sun. But yeah, so that's everything I've worked on. I guess I can talk about plans for next year. I don't really make plans, especially not specific plans, because I never know how much time I'm gonna have to stitch, and I also don't really make goals necessarily on projects, except for like wanting to work on everything, all my whips, because I don't want to stress myself out and be worried about hitting certain goals and stuff. But I did enjoy WhipGo this year, because my main thing with WhipGo, I think I said this last time, was to make sure that I worked on all of my projects, because in 2020 there were quite a few of mine that I didn't work on at all. So that's my thinking again for next year. Is I currently have, I think, 22 whips, 21, 22, something like that, and I want to make sure I touch and make progress on all of them next year. So WhipGo for next year for me, I am going to do it again. Looks very similar to last year. Just different projects. Well, a couple different, because I finished a couple, had a couple new starts. But I did change my goal slightly. For the most part, last year my goal was 7 days. I've reduced that to 5 days for most things. Some of my older whips, I've left at 7 days, and some of my full coverage pieces that are like Mini Ex Machina is my focus full coverage piece, even though I haven't worked on it since May, because that is the one that is closest to a finish. So I have that on here for 21 days, and then I have, which this year, because I lost my stitching bug and then everything else that happened after that, the move and everything, my full coverage rotation that I then was doing got all out of whack, and I didn't bother straightening it out. So I am gonna get back on that. So my rotation is Ginger Nova, Dragon Attack, Blood Rose, and Prior. I did not bring all of those to show. Sorry. You'll see them in my whip parade in a couple weeks. So, because those are my oldest, other than Mini Ex Machina, those are my oldest full coverage pieces. Dragon Attack is my oldest, by like 6 weeks or something. But, so they're all on here, those rotation pieces that I'm planning to work on. So, how my rotation in theory works is that for the first half of the month, I work on the rotation piece, and then the second half of the month is Mini Ex Machina. And then I have, you know, that's not the only pieces I work on, but those are like the full coverage ideas for those months. And then I'll work on non-full coverage pieces or other full coverage pieces, depending on what I feel like or what gets called for Whip Go, in addition to those. So I don't work on them every day, because I found I can do usually between 5 and 7 days is about how long I can work on a piece before I then am like, okay, I'm ready for something else. So that's why I went to 5 days. So in January, the first half of January, my like focus full coverage piece will be Ginger Nova for the first half of the month, and then it'll switch to Mini Ex Machina. But I can still work on other full coverage pieces, especially if one gets called for Whip Go, or I just feel like working on it. And then, so those are, my rotation pieces are at 14 days is their goal still. And then my old, yeah, so I think those, and then my older whips are 7 days. And I have a couple, because I don't have 24 projects, I have, I think 22. There's a couple that are on here twice. Remembrance is on here twice. And I believe Frederick the Literate is on here twice. Yeah. So just to fill up the board. And then I also went ahead and instead of doing my numbers like this, I have my numbers going in columns starting from this end, like this, I think. Yeah. So if Jessie Marie calls 8, my number 8 is right here, Dessert Bears. So I kind of mixed up the numbers, reordered my board a little bit, added my new starts. Otherwise, it's pretty similar to last year, this year. So, yeah, so that's Whip Go and my full coverage rotation ideas. My non-full coverage, I don't really have a rotation for. I work on those when I want, what I want when I want. And yeah, so it all makes sense in my head, but I'm not sure that the way I explain it makes sense to anyone else. But the only other thing that I've kind of have planned is my New Year, New Start. So I think I'm going, well, I think I've got it ready. I have to organize the floss, but everything else is ready. This is a Dimensions kit called Simple Treasures. I'm pretty sure you can find it on the Cooler Design Studios website as just a PDF as well. But this will be my New Year, New Start. It came with a 14 count white Aida, and I definitely have found I don't like the coverage of 14 count white Aida. Colored Aida 14 count, I like fine. Black, the light blue, the orange that was my little pumpkin with the witch hat. The colored Aidas I totally fine. White 14 count I don't like the look of. So I did switch it out for just an 18 count white Aida. So it's all ready. I gotta organize my floss and then we'll be ready, and it's gonna live in this project bag. So very exciting. I already made the working copies of my chart too. So I'm excited. That one, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, I don't actually like the beach. I bought these two Dimensions kits of beach themed because I thought they were really pretty and I wanted to stitch them, but I actually don't like the beach. So I always had intended on my mom getting beach chairs, and then this one I figured I would give to my dad and my stepmom because my stepmom really likes the beach. And my mom really likes the beach. So I was like, I can stitch them and then I don't have to figure out what to do with them because I don't like the beach. So, yeah, that's it. That's all I got plans-wise. And all plans are subject to change at a moment's notice. They are not set in stone. That's pretty much it. I have not made any purchases. Yeah, I got nothing. I hope this wasn't too fast. I'm just, like I said, I'm worried I'm gonna lose the sun completely, which I think may have been worse than this. But also the sun is in my eyes. So, but I will figure out something better for my next video, I hope. I have to check a few other locations in the house that might work better. Hopefully. We'll see. So I hope you could see everything pretty well, even if I'm pretty sure the fabric was not coming across correctly for pretty much anything. But yeah, I hope everyone's December is going well. That if you celebrate any holidays that are happening or upcoming, that they go well or are going well, that you're finding time to stitch still. Cat. And yeah, I hope the next couple weeks are good, and I will hopefully have a whip parade for you in a few weeks. And enjoy the rest of this year and the new year. I will hopefully see you next time. Bye!